And the fishermen, they had beautiful looking lake trout on their fire. And Nana Bourgeois stood there and he looked at it. He started to salivate. Slobbers, they came out the corner of his mouth like it does me sometimes. And he looked at this lake trout. The fisherman says, "Coyote, are you hungry?" What I do as a storyteller, I do different kinds of stories. I'm considered to some a traditional storyteller because I tell the traditional Anishinaabe stories. To some, I'm a life storyteller. To others, I'm just a storyteller because some of my stories, they come from the willow, from the water, the stones, Nokomis, the grandmother stones that lay at the bottom of Lake Michigan. And guess what's Clay? She was a little girl, oh, about this tall, maybe 6, 7 years old. She was in the first grade, and she wore her hair in 2 braids down the front of her hair, and her mother every day would braid that hair. You know, because our people, we believe that when your hair is braided, you're stronger. When I wanted to make a phone call, I had to take a walk. And I walked down this long, dusty road. I was about 13 then, and I had a suitor, per se. And I thought I was in love, right, at 13. And I remember it cost a dime to make a phone call back then. So we would go to family gatherings, my dad's side. My uncles, they were storytellers. And sometimes they would want to tell stories without us kids around, so they'd have to pay us a nickel to go away so they could tell the stories. We knew what kind of stories they were telling, so we'd go hide so we could listen anyway and still get the nickel. Well, one day as they're all drinking out of the watering hole, they hear coming to the woods, stomp, 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 and rustling of the trees. And so they all rush back into the grass, into the brush. Some scurry up the tree to see what is this that's coming to the watering hole. And when it comes, it's a large animal with very large antler-like things coming from its head. It had a very large nose that appeared to be made of velvet, soft and furry. It had very big feet. And as this animal approached the watering hole, it spread its feet in one spot and it bent down and it drank of the water. And the animals could see the water going down, down, down as this great animal drank. So I came back and I kept doing those sweat lodges every week, sometimes twice a week. And they would pat me down with cool water, the sacred water. And I'd do those sweat lodges and take the other 4 chemo treatments. I took those 4 chemo treatments and I had surgery. When I came out of that surgery room, that doctor, nice, he pat me on my knee, said, "Well, Sugar Plum, you're not in remission. We can't find a cancer cell in your body anywhere." I think that's a good way to end. Kichimi Gwetch for coming here today, for taking the time to learn more about our people.